Hey, welcome to Tuesday night, everyone. I'm Leanne. This is Scotch on the Bayou, and we have a super guest, one of my main whiskey peeps. Yes, you. Yes, you. This is the incomparable Mark JG is
What's up, everybody?
in the studio. My first in
Cheers.
studio guest. So glad everybody's here on a Tuesday night, and we're gonna get the wine on here in a minute. But yeah, super excited to have this guy in. This is kind of going full circle of his first visit to our house in 2019. Will actually be our last dram. Will be tied to that first visit because we're going to be killing the bottle that he brought that first time.
Yeah, we're reliving that night. We had steak then. We had steak tonight. Y'all missed out. It was good.
Yeah. So my Mark cooked a hella great meal. A big fancy salad and sweet potatoes and a filet. He's so good at that. And oh darn, so we had this wonderful dinner and just kind of chilled out. Mark's in town for work. And I was like, well, I'll come pick you up. And then my Mark will drive you back so you can enjoy the drams tonight.
Yep, got to ride in the new Mustang. So that was a lot of fun.
Yep. Any excuse to drive around Baton Rouge traffic with that is a lot of fun. But yeah, super excited about this guy. He is one of my favorite peeps. Here, a Louisiana guy, just on the polar opposite end of the state. But glad he's come down south towards the Bayou to have fun with us tonight, for sure. So we've got folks in. Jimmy Jazz, good to see you, friend. Glad you're here with us.
What's up, Jimmy?
Appreciate that. Andrew Butler in the middle of the night, dear. Thank you again for being up in the middle of the night over across the pond to come in and say hello. So, and especially glad you get to see Mark here for sure. Michael, hey, belated happy birthday. I missed your birthday, friend. Michael's Sunday Evening Scotch. Check out his Instagram. He's got some very exciting things that are coming up with it he's been doing with Jason and the Mash and Drum and my bourbon journey.
Cool.
Remind me his name. I always forget him.
Jason?
Yeah. Well, not Jason. The other one.
Which one?
My bourbon journey. That guy. Anyway, super awesome. Super excited about that. Too slow. You are tonight. A little. Usually number one. But thanks for there. And Daniel, great seeing you, friend. I enjoyed talking with you this week. He's got an adventure coming up soon. So thanks y'all for being here. And so yeah, so the first time Mark came 2019 when the world was normal, right? He was also in for work. Mark cooked and you brought dessert. We'll say dessert because we want you to stick around to the end. You're going to see we're going to bring dessert back around. But he brought a particular bottle and it was port finished. And I was like, oh, and so he told me he was coming back in. I was like, then we're going to have to do some port, some different port expressions and kind of getting into that. And you think like, really, what is port? We really get into these whiskeys that have finishes and different maturations from different types of wines that we primarily don't always drink a lot of. It's not a Cabernet, it's not a Merlot or a Pinot. I mean, there are those out there.
I don't drink sherry. I don't drink port. I don't Salterness, Madeira.
Yeah,
all those
Spanish, Mediterranean.
I sure like it in whiskey.
Portugal, right? So all of those who can drink that, so that we can have more casks to mature our whiskey with, for sure. And really, so you have to do a little bit of education on just like what port is. And port is a fortified wine from Portugal. So that's easy enough to remember, or sherry's Spanish. Portugal, the ports there, fortified. All you wine people that watch this, you're going to know what the whole fortification part is. But for those of us who don't know that, it is boosting the alcohol level by adding a distilled spirit to it. So the port wine does have some distilled spirit in it to raise that alcohol level to it. And it's very sweet. It is considered a dessert wine, right? Very, very, very sweet. So when I think about sweet wines on sherry, I think PX is kind of like my base. So I've got a really good idea about what PX tastes like, and whether or not the sherry is like how in my mind's eye, I'm like, okay, how's this going to compare to a PX?
Mhm.
That's the main thing I'm thinking about. Scott, my bourbon journey. Thank you, Scott, Jason, and Michael. Very nice, easy names to remember. Hey Chuck, good to see you. Malt Minions in, and one of our other booze down to Bayou. Trooper.
Trooper.
So Trooper has got a Talisker Port Rouge. Oh, it's good and juicy. I bet. I don't think I've ever had a Talisker that was a
Talisker
port
that's port.
finish.
No, love Talisker though.
Goodness. And this guy, speaking about in the middle of the night,
Hoagie Bear,
my friend, thank you so much for being here. And he is a great giver of malts as well. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, so and I need to go there. So Andrew says there's a range of port from dry to sweet. Yep, and everything, just like there is for sherry. Absolutely. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about those basics. But I think the first thing we want to do is get into the drams. If you saw in the description, our first dram is going to be the Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban 14. So this is the current version, not the 12. We were just talking about that. I've got a bottle of the 12 hung back. I'm like, I need to crack that open eventually.
Yeah, the Glenmorangie was my go-to bottle for about 5 years. That was the one bottle I always had in my house. Never any place I went, if they didn't have that, I'd go to something else. But this was my go-to bottle.
So this one, the Glenmo, comes in at 46 ABV, non-chill filtered, and it's a ruby port. So ruby port is the most common type of port, and when they make that wine, they store it in like tanks of concrete or even stainless steel for after the fermentation, and that keeps it from oxidizing a lot, so it retains its bright red color and full bodiness. It's known for being really, really fruity.
I'm with you, Silverlock. I like the 12 better. I don't like the 14's too rounded for me. I like the spikiness, the pepper in the middle. But they're still both good.
And this 14, we always have this on the shelf. Always. Yeah, it's the 14, not the 12 that we're tasting tonight. So Michael says he recommends the Glenmo 14 Couture report to a friend's wife the other day as a gift her husband is getting into whiskey. It's solid sipper, great price for the value. It is one of the very best values, I think. Absolutely, Michael. It really is.
Yeah, when I was first buying it, it was $75, and now it's $45.
Yeah. We have a grocery store that's kind of in a high-end area of Baton Rouge, and I went in there one day. It was like $42.99. I'm like, I'll take two. But yeah, we have this at the camp. We have this everywhere. And like Michael just said, somebody who's just getting into this.
Perfect.
And perfect for your bourbon friends that are afraid of Scotch. I don't like the peat. Well, you know what? This doesn't have any peat in it. And it's sweet enough for their palate, I think, for a bourbon person to really enjoy it.
This one's very fruity.
It is. I mean, we were talking about levels of sweetness earlier before the show, and this isn't overtly sweet. And like any type of maturation, I think there are times when a sherry expression almost is like it's sherry and they threw some whiskey in it, and it can be just way over the top. This spent 12 years in the ex-bourbon barrels, like the standard 10-year for Glenmo, and then 2 years in a port pipe. So our different selections tonight are interesting. I think 2 years, to me, that's the second maturation.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 2 years, it's got time to make some influence.
What's up, Daniel? Good to see you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like woefully behind here. I'm just so excited. Yay. Yeah, so Trooper says the Quinta Ruban 12. I got one bottle left. Just like keeping that back. I found mine at a closeout at Albertsons in Baton Rouge. It's crazy.
It's our grocery store.
Yeah. So Peter, hey, thanks for being here. Ben Nevis sample finished with white port wine.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. So a white
Tell us a little bit
grape.
about that.
I would love to know more about that, Peter. Like, tie me up some stuff about that, because I would really like to know more about that. That's very odd to find here for sure. Hey, another one who's like awake in the middle of the night, James. Slàinte, y'all. I appreciate it, my friend, for being here. Goodness. And then, hey, Stacey, good to see you again. Cheers. So is there a port Irish? So Stacey's all about the Irish. So drop some suggestions of port, matured or finished Irish in there for us, Stacey. So this is, I mean, at 46%, it's very approachable, and it's just a good value. It's good. I mean,
fantastic, easy. Anybody, I don't think I've had anyone ever say they didn't like this. First timers, I always give them a dram of this and let them try it out. So.
Yes. The Mark JG here.
So Hoagie, you noticed that the 12 used to be more port, had more port intense in it, you think? I don't remember that specifically.
So, yeah, because I'm assuming it did the 10-year in the bourbon and then 2. And it also depends back then, like what kind of port pipes they were using as opposed to what they can get now. Because I think the whole reason they went for the 12 to 2 for 14 years is just because they were running out of stock of different things, No, I mean, you got a sweetness. You still, like any red wine type finish, there's a dryness on the finish. But it's not Saharan. It's not. It
is kind of dry.
It's not. I'm not getting a lot of nuttiness on this, like you would maybe a deep sherry or something like that. But yeah,
there's a little nuttiness at the end.
You think?
In the smell.
Yeah. It's just solid,
it's
y'all.
Just good.
It's just good. And what a super, super, super value. So kind of moving on. So we talked about ruby port. There's also tawny port. I tried real hard, y'all. I tried to find a tawny port that we could have tonight, but my market is just thin on that. I have had a Glenmorangie tawny port that was delicious. I think it was an 8-year-old. That one was really tasty. And kind of the difference between that tawny port and ruby is ruby, they try to keep the oxidation from happening. Tawny port, they kind of have it wide open. So instead of the stainless steel or concrete, containers, they're putting that in wood barrels. And that port pipe. So that's another thing too.
Do you find ruby sweeter than tawny, or?
Yes. I feel it's more fruity and berry-ish.
The ruby.
Yeah. And the tawny is definitely nuttier. It's to me, it's more like almost a walnut or a cashew. You kind of get that tinge to it. Because it mellows out, but it gets so much more oxygen because it's in wood barrels that the color will even go off, and it won't be the bright red. It'll be more of a kind of brownish, kind of maroon type gold color. But both of them are, considered dessert wines. So I'll have to try those again. I don't know if y'all can hear, but right behind Mark, Angèle is sleeping. She's guarding the whiskey and she's snoring like mad right
It's a rough day.
Poor baby. Okay. What's our second dram?
The Arran.
Okay, so
yeah, I heard about that. It was Phage, wasn't it, that they did the tawny port?
So Glen Scotia has was that an SMWS release for Glen Scotia Festival or the Glen Scotia or the Campbelltown Festival? But the tawny port, man, it's really good. I mean, it's a very different. It's more earthy tasting to me. Yeah, Boona, all y'all love it. Oh, and here's the third amigo. If y'all ever you ever saw the movie?
No, I trimmed up the beard for work, not for the camera.
Wait, you're ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. All right. He got all coiffed because he's here for work and he has to look respectable.
I have to look businesslike.
Interesting.
This one's not quite as fruity. And there's a little nutty kind of.
So here's our bottle. This is the older version. It's not the
Go up.
Trying to it's focusing on you. I'm like, there we go. Maybe not. Anyway, you got a decent look at it. This one is coming in at 50%. So we've bumped up the ABV on this. And yeah, Trooper, there ain't no tawny
port. There's nothing in
Louisiana.
Louisiana gets nothing. And if it does, it's stuck in New Orleans.
Right. To the people that don't know
it never makes it up north to Daniel and I.
Oh, yeah. So Silverlock says, probably the Campbelltown Festival. Dude, that's on my list. I'm so hoping to be there next year. Hoping.
Oh, it's very peppery on the end.
Oh, really? Okay. So Michael says the reviews of oh man, that Glen Scotia tawny port is so good.
Yeah, we love Glen Scotia.
Yeah. This one got me in on Glen Scotia. And you know what I think about Victorian, and I've got the 15 and the double cask over there. I'm surprised he hasn't chastised me because my 15 isn't opened.
Hey.
Or for me.
You can only drink so much.
Definitely. Okay. Definitely hotter. At 4%, it's a little bit. It's not too.
It's not too hot at all.
Not overtly. Oh, there you go. The ruby port, Kilchoman. Yeah, Jimmy Jazz.
Too bad you're not going to have what we have later, but you'll.
I really wish I could teleport you the dessert, dude.
Jimmy, come on down and we'll give you some.
Come down to the Bayou, Shy. Man.
Amber.
So this has definitely got a lot more heat on the back end on the finish. There's still a sweetness.
A little strawberry. Strawberry.
Raspberry kind of. I don't know.
Maybe a little peanut hazelnut.
I get the hazelnut for sure. So these are ruby. They're not tawny, but there is still a little bit of that nuttiness on there.
It's got a slight pink tinge to this one. Not as the Glenmo is really pink.
Yeah, mine's gone, so you don't see it. I
didn't pour you that much.
No, because we didn't want to get terribly adorable by the time that we were through 4 drams. The Silverlock says my bottle was going down too fast and had to put it in the back of the shelf. That's a nice trick. I'm afraid I'd be digging it out though, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
if it's good, I don't. The back doesn't help.
No. So Rob, let's see, a couple of what? I missed that. Spent a lot of time on Gold Spot today. Tasty.
So you found the Gold Spot?
Yeah, we don't. I found a red spot here.
You went blue up in tree. Daniel, you got a bottle, didn't you? But there was a little bit.
Hi, May. Great seeing you.
This is my first time having the Arran port, so it's very nice.
It's nice. It's balanced.
Mm-hmm.
It's not port. It's not screaming. So there's another expression that we did not get that I've had before, and that would be the Portwood Balvenie, 21 year.
Mm-hmm.
And I have mixed feelings about that one. I like it, but to me, it's super sweet. And I think I expected it.
How long
it was a brandy bottle.
No, I mean how long it was in the port. It wasn't all 21 years.
No.
I don't think it would just be port.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. He was. We know he's so smart, right, Daniel? He's so smart like that.
No,
it's because he's a Glen Scotia fanboy. That's the reason. It is what it is, right? For sure.
I need to make it now, but I don't know if I will.
I'm on after that.
It's good.
Be nice to me. That's really good. Is that the mistake?
Yes.
Yes, I have something over there. It's so good. Ethan, good to see you, friend. And never above the crown. I'll wave. Never above the crown.
She is royalty.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. Good to see you. Arran is just so freaking good. Almonds, also hazelnut makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So both of those are drier type, and not as oily of a nut as like maybe a cashew or a walnut or a pecan. And it's pecan. It's not pecan. It's pecan. Oh goodness. We got Jimmy saying the SMWS red diesel. Oh, is that what you're trying? You're still trying to find one of those? Cool. Goodness gracious. Yeah. So I'm really liking this. I prefer hot. So it's a 50 ABV. It's definitely got a front end sweetness.
And then it kind of dries out with pepper.
You get a little tinge on the front of the palate. I tend to find spice in mid palate, but this is coming up front, and then just that dryness, and it's hanging. It's not one and done.
And it does have some legs on it.
Every time someone says that, I start singing ZZ Top.
Yeah, I did too. I just
can't help it. You got legs. You don't want me singing, folks, especially after 2 grams. Okay, let's go back and see what folks we're looking at. Oh my goodness. Yes. So evidently, Michael's right there with you, Silverlock. He's trying to ignore his, but it's probably saying and go, "I'm back here. You need to pour me." Oh my goodness. Man alive.
How much is this bottle? Do you remember?
I want to say it was less than 100.
Louisiana prices are high, by the way.
Yeah. But I thought I got that. Pretty sure I got that at Hocus Pocus. Back then. I've had it for a little while. I actually forgot I had it. But it was sitting in my pretty self. Okay, so Daniel's saying Zach Andrews, dude, this Kilchoman heavily peated. Yeah. You had me at Kilchoman, right?
Kilchoman, yeah. Enough said.
Right. Tastes like a peated Glen turret that was made in Campbelltown. Can we all just take a field trip to Campbelltown?
And take that warehouse tour at Glen Scotia.
So one of my whiskey peeps, Terry Lamb, Unbottling with Terry on Instagram. She's been over in Scotland since May. She has gone. She went to the Isle Whiskey Academy. She's from Vancouver, and she went over to Isle Whiskey Academy, and then she just started doing journeyman work at different distilleries. And this week she's been in Campbelltown for the festivals and the dinners. And I'm just like, I
That's
have
awesome.
FOMO so bad I can't even stand it. Just can't stand it. I'm so happy for her. She's living her best life for sure. For sure. Um, let's see. Oh, so Hoagie says the Arran port casks, one of the very early standard bottlings around 2008, like turns in Amarone. Subject to quality fluctuations over the years, but steady. Yep.
Well, Aaron's doing a lot better on.
Yes.
Not as many fluctuations as they used to.
I think, and this older bottle is within that range for sure, Hoagie. That Amarone, I think I'm saying that right. Maybe not. I'm giving it my little tour. That was my first Arran that I ever had. And I was like, wow, this is very different. Just learning how the different finishes work. So the Arran, talking about finish. So Glenmoe, 12 years in bourbon, 2 years in a port pipe. Arran, 8 years in bourbon, American oak ex bourbon, and then kind of undisclosed. Hoagie, you may know, but finished, I would say, or more influenced or finished. Which I would think it would have to have been there in a while to have that much port. I mean, it definitely has an effect on it, but it's much lighter than even the Glenmoe. Very tasty.
What's up, Ethan?
My Ethan's in. Woohoo! Hey, bro.
Hey, I can drive you around town later if you want.
Then we can pray because we've ridden with him. Scary. So was there a particular reason they started using wine for different whiskey expressions aside from, hey, this tastes good? That's a really good point.
Good question.
And part of that is with sherry in particular, they would send the entire, back in the day, they would send the entire cask and they're like, okay, I'm gonna put this in something. Oh, well, that had sherry in it. Let's just throw it in there. There's a cask we need. It was just it was a container.
It was a good
yeah, it was just a reason to have a
container. Oh, that makes it taste good.
Right. Exactly. I'm all over the place. Okay. So Hocus Pocus is the best. Yes, they are. They're wonderful. Oh, sorry, you need to, when you come back down here, you just need to load up like me in Texas. But they do a really good job of getting in some really cool expressions and some Scotch. So Hoagie, so he bought the Bowmore 27 port last week. Dude, I hate that you're in Germany and I'm in Baton Rouge because I'd be at your house so fast. I can't even tell you. I would imagine it was a bit pricey, but wow, what a bottle. That's amazing. So I want a full book report on that, Hoagie, when you decide to open it up.
I said almost.
Almost bought. Oh, you almost bought it. Oh, and I didn't even read that.
Almost.
I just went bought Bowmore 27. I was like, okay. Well, counts close, Kilted Drama friend, thank you. We've got a great continue from over Scotland and the UK tonight. Thank you, guys. Plus about 3 of you from Europe, so appreciate that.
Coffee finished Scotch.
Yeah, in the wee morning. Sherry got too expensive for sure. Josh, what you got? So, you're pulling out the SMWS rare cask. Yum. Okay. And Daniel, where am I? Where'd it go? Let's just do all 3. Okay, I'm good for that. I'm good. Man, this is awesome. And
so how much was that bottle, Hoagie? Just curious.
Yeah.
Just curious.
And Deutschmarks, and if you could tell us what that was, and in dollars, I can't even imagine. Goodness. Okay, so this was I'm digging the Arran.
Yeah, the Arran's
really good. You may have to take a little bit of that home with you.
I don't have room.
You don't have room.
I don't have room for all that.
Dude, you drove down here. You can for a sample bottle of that.
Okay.
I may have to pour a little bit into like final comparison.
Final.
Yeah. Okay. So Huggy says, so you instead went for the more 26 red wine maturation vintners 2 to 3 instead. Was it $4 less? Friend. Wow. And okay, I will come. Save me some of that. One of these days I'll get there. The more 26. So the red wine maturation. Man. So I'm guessing the whole time it was matured in red wine. Very interesting. So tell me what y'all are drinking. If you're drinking any of these, or if you've had either of these two, let us know what you're thinking. And when you think about those port pipes, so this one, okay. So again, recapping, 2-year maturation in port. Not so sure about Arran. Probably less than a year, I would guess. Finished. The next one is a 12-year-old single cask Glen Allachie, 2008, and it is like it's a little hard to get up there.
Yeah.
We need to get another can. All entire time it was in a port pipe. Now port pipes, as we know, are bigger.
Distilled in 08.
Distilled in 08.
Yeah.
Bottled in
is
20.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's 12, right?
Yeah. August 26th of 08.
And so the port pipes, a normal barrel is like 190 to 220 liters. A port pipe averages 550 liters. So almost
Slight
2.5.
difference.
It's bigger than a butt. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot there. When you think about putting whiskey in one of those, that's a whole lot more and a lot of contact surface going on. So this third dram, we must be having some more issues. Sorry about that. I see Mark's making apologies. Thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. We are in the swamp, and evidently so is our Wi-Fi. But we're gonna go. So the Glen Allachie, this was a Spec's
single
pick.
barrel.
Yeah. So it's Spec's pick, and Spec's is a short over in Texas primarily. I think they might be in Oklahoma. I can't remember.
Very different on the nose than the others.
Yeah, this comes in at 53.9, also non-chill filtered, no color added. Let's see. So Hoagie says that both of them were expensive, I would imagine. But the special border shop still a secret. Not anymore. USR $280 for the 26-year as opposed to $355 for the 27-year-old. Normal price $470. Yeah, that's a deal, dude.
Yeah, I would.
Man, yeah. That just practically made you have to buy that, right, Hoagie? I mean, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
man.
Very, very cereally, earthy.
Yeah, there's a lot of malt on that for sure.
Just a little fruit on the end.
It's almost savory.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like it reminisces of the steak we had earlier. I mean, this has got some. You know how those Kilchoman 8s. You know what I'm talking about? They're almost like a steak in a bottle. This is a lighter version of that, a super lighter version. Getting close.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man, we're getting close. Marcus,
do we show him?
Marcus serving again. Yeah, we'll get there. Thanks, babe. This is a lot of fun, y'all.
Man, that.
Oh man, definitely
that goes on and on and on.
It does,
flavor wise.
So it spent all 12 years in a port pipe. This is not overtly porty. I mean,
Would you say this is sweet?
It is. It's got a sweet tinge, but
Right.
it's not sweet to me. It's less sweet even than the Glenmo.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I told you earlier, I don't get sweet on whisky a whole lot, but I do get it's probably this. The smell of the cake,
Yeah,
is bringing that sweetness in here, but right at the end, it's like a little sugar note that hits.
it's a lot spicier on the finish.
Well, what was the
53.9?
53.9.
I got some. Okay, I do want
You're
to
gonna
put a drop on it.
Yeah, I might do that too. Not that it needs it. It doesn't really.
No.
You can't tell. I mean, when we smelled it earlier, we were like, "Woo, it's burning," but it's not now.
Oh, let's see. So, yeah, we're gonna show you what Mark just brought in here in a second. And again, thanks y'all for sticking through the technical difficulties. I can only imagine how we're freezing, but I do appreciate the patience. I don't know what else to do. So
that brought out a lot of fruit flavor
on the nose.
On the nose from the water.
Yeah, it
cut down on the earthy, sweet,
big time.
Meaty.
There's also almost a mineral
yes
type aspect to it. Much more well-rounded now.
Is it?
Oh wow. Just a few drops made a big difference.
It does round it out a whole lot, and it's not as peppery, spiky at the end.
Yeah, I would play with my weight on this one particularly. Help me remember. I think this was like what, 120, 110, something like that. Just over 100 on this Specs Glen Allachie.
The finish is just sitting there, just going.
This is definitely mid palate heat, and the spice is I try to okay, it's spicy. Okay, is it ginger? Is it cinnamon? Is it black pepper, white pepper?
White pepper, black pepper.
Yeah, it's not a cinnamon red hot. It's not a ginger sharpness to it. It's more pepper to me, for sure. So Robert, hey, thanks for being here.
Liquid cheesecake. That sounds good.
Tomato 14. Yum. So Hoagie, you're asking if I had the lovely port matured Ben Marie 17 Solstice. I have not. I heard about Solstice, but I didn't get in on any of that. I'll have to try that for sure. Yes, Zach, we're about to go there. This Glen Allachie is delightful.
It is very, very it makes me not even want to go into the next one, even though I know how good this one is.
Yeah.
Do you need some more?
No, I might in a minute. Did you pour you some more?
No, I've actually put a little more in mine the first time.
Yeah, I need some more. He's been my official pourer tonight for sure.
She's gonna be precious.
I'm gonna be precious and adorable. You just wait and watch, y'all. It's gonna be great. Let me. Okay. That's my.
Does Allachie do a lot of port finish, or is this an outlier? Do you know?
They play.
Hoagie, do you know?
They play a lot with different finishes. I've got another one over here. That's Edwardauer. No, actually, I'm thinking about Edwardauer. But yeah, they play with a lot of different stuff. Oh yes, please, if you would hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Not only have you wonderful folks got me to 1,000 subscribers, woot woot! I'm so excited about that.
She's just a little bit close to the 4,000.
I need about 300 more hours. So if you got to go cut the grass this week, put my videos on.
It's running back here.
Put them on a cycle. Don't do laundry, go grass, go run in there. I don't know. So I just need some errands. Seen some hours for sure. Yeah, water should release the fruits. That sounds like a command. Release the
12
fruit.
years. 12 years, Zach. 12 years.
12 years. What is good? So
How old it was.
yeah, that one's 12. So 3 to 4. I've only been tried to 3 or 4. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, if for folks who don't know Hoagie, he is the sensei of he's the Yoda sensei of whiskey. He is in Berlin and he's a fabulous soul. So we're very happy, always happy to see him around. So Kilter Drammer says, love port finished drams. Army officers tend to drink far too much port, as I've developed a taste for it. Okay, this is confession night and still enjoy it, but it's led me to enjoy some really port matured drams. So I can see where you would like have that port finish, like you would drink the port and then, really be able to pick it up, especially knowing it well in there. That's for sure. So Ethan's like, okay, enjoying the drams, some food and some coffee in proper order. Yeah, for sure.
Coffee's always proper order.
Always. So our fourth dram, and so back in 2019, when Mark came to the house the first time, we got to meet. It was wonderful because how do we get to meet? We met on the Scotch for Dummies and Aqua Vitae. Okay, so think barflies. For those who know, and you go and you watch Roy and you see his set, his studio. This guy is the one who did the did this. There we go. I'm trying to get you out of here. There we go. Come on now. He did the sign, the wall hanging. There you go. For Roy. It's in his studio. This guy. And we'll come back eventually. There we go. And he is also responsible for Flat Roy when we all went to the Bastards Ball last year. And Roy couldn't make it because of COVID. Because he was healthy, he just wasn't allowed to come over. He made Flat Roy, and Flat Roy got to go around Austin. We all took pictures of Flat Roy, and we missed him terribly because
we got to see the pretty Gregor.
Yeah, we got to see Gregor and Bill, but we got no Roy, just the Flat Roy. And we all know the real Roy has far more personality than Flat Roy. So anyway, yeah, so we're having fun.
And so in Baton Rouge, I stopped by one of our favorite whiskey shops, and I was looking for a bottle to bring over since they were going to cook me steak. I felt like I needed to bring something. And so I was looking around, and they just happened to have one of my favorite bottles, which was the Port Kilchoman 2018. And I was like, ooh, we got to try that. And there's a bakery in town that is famous for their strawberry cake.
Yes.
And if you can see, there's real strawberries in between all those layers.
And whipped cream icing.
And so
whipped cream.
We finished dinner and having to pour whiskey afterwards. We're like, yeah, that's probably going to be good. And we took one bite of this cake and sipped some of this whiskey, and it was unbelievable.
We moaned in the most embarrassing.
It was so incredibly good. So incredibly good.
Most inappropriate and most varying way.
One of the best pairings ever was with that.
Y'all.
So,
as I can't tell you, when you get this fresh strawberries, fresh cake, whipped cream, the oil from the whipped cream,
and the freshness of that whipped cream and the oil,
and you pair it with a 4-year-old port matured all 4 years, and you look at the oil in that, and the peat.
My gosh,
and the
that's
oil,
so good,
y'all.
That peat just carries that strawberry and that whipped cream. Oh my goodness, y'all!
It's just so much.
Bring some to Austin.
We'll have to have a refrigerator.
Oh my goodness.
But
man, I've forgotten how good this Kilchoman is.
And okay, so this is the original bottle that I had. Like I finally it got down, and put it in a smaller. It was filled when for these drams. So that bottle was opened in 2019, This dram is still damn good.
Oh man,
Oh my goodness.
Kilchoman is just so good.
Yeah. So Zach is saying that Glen Allachie was probably close to 30. Yeah, probably so.
It was 90, Mark.
it was on clearance.
Half off.
Are we going there? Oh. So Amru Portanova mentioned before. Surely you could find if you can find it. I need to try some different Amrus for sure.
Mark, I hope you're having some cake with in there.
Yeah, so my Mark came in and delivered this, and I'm so surprised that my dog has not woke up to say, "Oh, Mama got some food. I want some." So nothing like eating.
She got in mood.
Nothing like eating on a live show. Yeah, it was that. Go ahead and say it.
Yes.
Saliva. There
oh
you are.
My gosh. It is so terrible, y'all. Oh,
you're gonna start hugging yourself. You're like,
yes.
This is good. This is good.
It is just so incredibly good.
But it is. It's one of my favorite words is juxtaposition. Right? It is that way that it's like colors on opposite side of the color wheel. You know, oiliness from the whipped cream. You have the tartness from the tart and sweet from the strawberry. And on the actual dram, sans cake.
Oh, get you some peated whiskey and get you some strawberry cake. Try it out, buddy. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
This port finish Kilchoman with this strawberry cake is just oh.
The port is very apparent in this dram. You know, and I think that sweetness. I mean, I'm a fangirl for a sherry peated dram too. It's the sherry and the smoke that I really, really, really enjoy. I get more smoke off of this than peat, you know, which I do primarily off of all Kilchomans.
All Kilchoman's just smoky to me, and no phenols at all.
And this is almost like campfire smoke for me. Not like ashy or barbecue pit. None of that to me. For me, again, I always say for me because everybody's palates are different, right? Yeah. So, the big one Roy has on the wall. Yeah, that's this guy. This guy decided to do that. Send that to Roy.
Blank spot on his wall. He needed something.
And you know, and again, I'm gonna tell you on you, Roy, if you see, but he was like, "Oh, I'll put it in the green." I'm like, "No, you can put it on that wall where the big blank spot is." And usually, my head is where the blank spot is. So we had the alligator sitting there. We almost threw another dog up there. Oh man, alive! That is so good. Yeah, we are having too much fun. This is a great example of getting to share your whiskey, and it tastes even better when you have somebody like this guy. You take that. It's really good. It's all fluffy and it's been hot in hell in Louisiana, so we've already burned the calories that allow us to do this. That's my story. I'm sticking to it for sure. Oh come on, I want cake, and it's 2:48.
Well, if you haven't gone to bed, it would be perfect. But if you're already up, then it might not be so much.
Dude, I really appreciate all of y'all staying there. I mean, between you, Silverlock, Hoagie, James, Andrew, all of y'all y'all are too much.
Fluffy like Zach?
Fluffy like Zach. Is Zach fluffy?
I don't know.
His hair is fluffy.
His hair's long.
I know. It's longer than mine. Now, Andrew, that you can't, friend. I will take.
It's only about this big.
I know.
Mark got the medium instead of the smaller one.
Instead of the little one.
They come in 3 sizes, and I only got the small one.
Do you have a refrigerator in your hotel?
No, I don't have.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can come back over tomorrow for cake.
We can stick it out in the lobby. And they do have oogie in the hotel bar. So
okay. Excuse a highly serious and scientific matter, and so get your act together, folks. Yeah. It is. We stuff pretentious, and neither are you, friend. You're just being silly.
I guess. I think the Kilchoman wins, but they're all of them are, and I guess I just need to eat tonight. But which one was your favorite?
Oh man,
that Glen Allachie.
That's like asking me which is my favorite dog. It's gonna be different every day.
True. I think the Glen Allachie I wanted to drink more of than the other two.
Yeah.
And I'm always up for more Kilchoman.
The Kilchoman is a sentimental favorite because you came over that first time, and because it was such a eureka moment. And scientifically, thank you very much, Hoagie. We have proven that again tonight. It's for science. Oh, because you tell children of a certain age remember that movie. Broda would be proud of us for quoting a movie. Yeah, so that one.
Wow,
that
way to go,
really
Daniel! 22 pounds down. Fantastic,
man. That's awesome.
I need to head that way.
I quit drinking mixed drinks and daiquiris, and Scotch will do that for you. Awesome. Sorry, Andrew. I understand. But you have to take care of yourself so you can have whiskey and you can enjoy in life, because life is more important than sugar. This Glen Allachie is very. I think I like it because it's
very different.
It's very different. You definitely get that cereal note on the front end on the first bit, but it needs that water. It needs a little.
I don't know. I like the pepper at the end.
But
it did open up, and it did have a whole lot more flavor after.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't have to, because I like drinking all my stuff.
Yes,
I'm going to be drinking it.
I hardly ever put water in unless I'm playing. But that one did. It made it a whole lot more fruitier.
I want to put, now that I have a little bit more, I want to put this. Okay. Just a smidge of water in that. And we'll see how it does with the cake. Donner Pass, thanks for being here, friend.
Hey, Donner.
Good to see ya. I appreciate it.
Cheers, buddy.
And thanks for everybody hanging in there with us. I don't know what I get a signal that we have low Wi-Fi, which is probably why we're freezing up. But the problem is I'm on Ethernet, and I'm supposed to be getting 35 upload. So,
should not have that problem.
No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have had 11 Cox communication technicians come to my house to still not have this problem. But whatever. I appreciate very much everybody hanging in there. So yeah, to give you an example, folks, just outside Y'all's way, the 102 degrees Fahrenheit at 11 o'clock in Belchase, Louisiana today. I believe it. You've got to stay hydrated, and I don't mean Scotch, friend. You need to be drinking those, power down those liquids. That's a big, big deal. Big deal. So, I think it's interesting when you look at the different between finish and mature. If it was the whole maturation, like the Glen Allachie, I was worried at first that we were going to have an overly ported type whiskey. That was not the case at all.
To me, it's the least port influenced of all of them. But it's probably just the flavor is different than what I'm used to as port. So that could be what the issue is with it. But
good night, Hoagie, and thank you so much for being here, friend, for all your generosity and the knowledge that you share among the community. I really do appreciate it, friend. I really, really do.
Hoagie's one of those early Aquavitae people.
Yeah. And Scotch for Dummy folks. Yeah. Take care. Hey, Mo. Tell us if you're drinking any port tonight. So the Glen Allachie, I mean, I definitely have the port on it, but like I said, that Balvenie port wood to me was too sweet. And I'm
Haven't
happy
had
that
that one,
it's
so.
21 years old. It in my
Do you need any others?
no, I think I'm good on the
Okay.
others. Actually, no, I do want a little Arran. It just wasn't it wasn't what I
That was a good
expected.
top.
And it's a 40%er. So that's another thing I think that I have a strike against it. Thank you, dear. And I don't know that that's fair. And I'm okay with that. I like my whiskey like I like my whiskey. So that's probably not the dram for me. I'm probably going to go spend that same amount of money. Well, actually less than that. And get a Allachie and an Arran. Because those two would fit my mood real well. Glenmo's just going to be on my shelf.
It's just always
it's
there.
just too
Always
good of a thing. That Arran, when you look at them, you got a little bit more pink on the that Allachie, huh? Maybe, I don't know. It's like maybe throwing it off. But man, that Arran's more. It's more dry on the front end. That Allachie is almost meaty.
Yes. Yes.
And then you've got the Kilchoman that is got the sweet of the fruit, but the smoke
just complements
so nice.
Even without the cake.
Even without the cake. Yes, Trooper Arran, and Arran's so hard to find down here. It really is. It is. I would have some of this cake. I really do. It's very good. But yeah, so over the 4, Mark, your favorite with and without the cake?
Well, I do need to try the others with the cake. And see how that goes.
Darn, make me eat some more cake.
But I was most surprised probably by the Allachie. Because it was so different than other port finish ones. I mean, they're all very good. And I don't know, tonight, that peat it was just hitting right. So tonight was a peat night, and I wanted the peat. So the Kilchoman wins, but all of them are very good. I'd buy all of those. Arran, but the Allachie, that was the one I was wanting to drink more and more of besides Kilchoman. But I'm a Kilchoman fanboy. So
yeah, he definitely is. That and Glen Scotia. Those are his rocking ones. So Donner, yeah. So you could struggle with the port finish. The dark red fruits are nice, but the dank cellar notes, that's interesting. That's what I'm getting off that Allachie.
That's
dank.
So don't get the Allachie, Donner.
Allachie may be a little bit too much then.
Okay, we're going with the Allachie and the cake to see.
There is a dank, not dungeon, but definitely dunnage house.
Dunnage.
To that. Thank you for that. Yes, I just love it when you can pick up words off of, you're thinking like I'm thinking,
All right, let's see. It's the Allachie.
Yeah, so Daniel and Trooper, y'all need to chat and get to know each other.
Yeah.
That would be, especially if you're up in that.
You come up to Coshada, Trooper? Let me know. I'll come down and have a hamburger with you.
He's all over drilling, punching holes all over the place. I'm just glad you're not
Stonewall. You were right down the street from me in Stonewall. And Daniel's was right over there.
Just glad you're not in the Gulf right now. Stay out of the Gulf this summer.
The Kilchoman, the smoke just helps so much on that. I mean, it's still good, but with the cake, that smoke just brings out. I don't know what it is, but
I think it's the smoke and the oil from the whipped cream and the sweet from the strawberry.
But that Allachie is very good. And it's a lot more fruitier now, I guess, because of the cake. and all that. So,
because when people say, "Oh, I'm tasting strawberry," there's strawberry like this. That's fresh strawberries. These are sliced fresh strawberries in the cake, and then there's the strawberry artificial flavoring.
Yeah,
Jolly Rancher strawberry,
like the strawberry frosty they have at Wendy's.
Oh no, I've not done that.
It's fake.
No,
it's not.
It's like great. Strawberry Cocoa Puffs or strawberry cereal.
Yeah, it is. It's a little stick with the chocolate and the vanilla.
So with the cake and the whipped cream tames the heat of Allachie big time.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. James, thanks for being here, friend. I really do appreciate it. It is a early morning.
Night, James.
I hope you get some sleep, friend, for sure. We're gonna wrap up here. I can't thank you enough for coming back down. I hope everybody has had fun going through these port expressions. Like Mark said, I don't think there's one that I would turn down.
Try the Arran.
Try the Arran. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay.
You need more?
No, let me take up a little bite cake. Okay.
That one did pretty good with the cake. Chef Daniel, tell us why this is such a good combination.
Oh man, yeah, I have whipped cream all over my Glencairn.
It's gonna be fun cleaning those tonight.
There's that is a messy glass. I like it, but the Kilchoman.
Well, no, the Kilchoman wins, but that one's the Arran was with it though too. It brought out a lot of different flavors and taste, and anytime that things explode when you're combining the two things, I love.
Yeah.
But that Kilchoman, it just explodes like you would not understand. It is just so. Let's see what the Glen.
Thanks,
does.
Silverlock. Appreciate you being here, friend. Really do, really do. And yeah, Donner, everything is better with cake. It truly is. Especially this cake. It's so fresh. And I didn't make it. So that's even better. Even better.
Okay, the Glenmo,
hey, Rich.
Not a fan.
Glenmo in the cake? No I think it's too thin.
Mm-hmm.
It's too thin for it. Yeah, there's not enough heat. All these other ones are 50 or above.
723.
Let's put that one in. And Trooper, where'd you go? Here he goes. Oh yeah, so he's been up in your neck of the woods, Daniel. Y'all need to talk amongst yourselves. If y'all need contact information,
cook us a brisket, Daniel, and then we'll take it down.
No, but yeah. So this has been a great night.
Yes,
I'm just so excited that you came. You were months ago. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on." I'm like, "That's a Tuesday. Guess what you're doing?"
Yeah, got to ride in the '67 Mustang. Had a fantastic steak dinner, and then lots of fantastic grams and company.
Yeah,
it's always fantastic being together. So, it's a Allachie.
It's a Allachie. The 107.24 Allachie. Yum. And yeah, damn, brisket is the only thing more important than whiskey. I don't know what that. Yes, so Trooper, definitely try some of these ports. If you get to Baton Rouge, I'll pour you a dram, friend. Get up here.
We'll save you this one. This little bit.
The wee bit of the Kilchoman. I don't know. That's probably going to be gone here in a minute. my glass is almost empty, and we'll see. But no, so that's everyone.
My third Kilchoman.
I do want to thank everybody for being here. If you would, truly hit the like button. Tell your friends if you find this is fun or the other videos on the channel. Suggest it to your whiskey peeps. Help us grow the channel. I do appreciate it. You can run videos. We're so close. We're less than 300-ish hours to that elusive 4,000 hours for monetization. This is not something we'll get rich on, that's for sure. This is just a way to help support the channel. I do appreciate it. Looking forward to next week. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Until then, thank you, Mark, for being here. And
Slàinte, y'all.
Slàinte, y'all.